welcome. Ooh, just heard a little bit of that wind there. Welcome to
Yes.
the second day of Old Hilltops Meet, of course, at Keith Fustel. You were with Dave Rodman yesterday.
Yes.
And it was a good time, I reckon.
The Rod Dog and
Yeah.
Jethro Show are nicknames up in the press box. But hopefully you followed along. We had a very, very nice day yesterday, profitable day.
Yep.
That last race stat, Gina Perry at $15 and some change. I can do it with the late rally to get up about 4 or 5 wide without Velo. So that was good. But all in all, a good start for us. Hopefully we can follow it up today out here in the frozen tundra at Old Hilltop.
It's not frozen tundra. I just am quick to complain in the rain and the wind. So it is a touch windy out there. We are going to probably be having this good. Would you say at some point it's going to be sloppy or muddy?
I don't know. The track looks right now labeled good, right? And sealed. Just
yes.
depends on, I guess, the severity of this rain that we're going to be dealing with throughout the day. And a little bit of a light rain. You see
Look
it,
at
a fog,
that! Look
misty.
at the camera.
Yeah.
Kind of winding around there with that wind. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get going then. Let's get cracking on this early pick 5. First leg is
Okay.
in this, claiming 20,000. Originally on the turf, but now 5 furlongs on the dirt. So scratches in the 2, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Yes.
Of course, Keith, you and I both have the number 4 duck pins on top.
Really?
Just got the information that this one is running without front shoes today for Robbie Bales and Dennis Arujo.
If you want to go play some duck pins, head up to Green Mountain Bowl. Dave
There we go.
Richardson will
Perfect.
take care of you. Yes,
I
absolutely.
believe it.
There's my hunch play. But no, and front shoes off. Track looks like it's got a little bit of a beachy feel to it today,
Yes.
so maybe duck pins will relish this surface. This is a horse who had a really good early start to his career, and they just kind of have tailed off. I thought he was a user on the turf today. Back to the main track though, with the switcheroo. But you know what? Uncle Lino's a little off track, a little moisture. I think this horse is just going to be a-okay to kind of sit a trip from just off the pace. I know 5/8 of a mile, you got to get tied on. You don't be too far back leaving that 3/8. But duck pins matches up against some good runners on the go back, a little bit of a time off, some forward works moving in this for Robbie Bales to see if we can get it done. Robbie with a really impressive 3-year-old yesterday, grand opening, ran off the screen.
It did. Coming down from that New York run with some trouble, it just proved much the best. Excited to see what that one holds in the future. Sincerito for Benny Feliciano Jr., Gina Velo, winner of the first time on the off-going, should prove well here today.
Absolutely. A little bit of a drop, but back to the condition here, Callie. That's going to be the key. Straight 2 in life. Have been running against horses of multiple wins. Not terrible last time. Force of Justice got away with it with a softer flow towards the front end. This one showed a lot of grit in debut when overcoming a lot of trouble to win. I think this one is going to set up shop somewhere in mid-pack and make a run with our man Al Velo.
4-9-6-3 for Keith Fustel in race number 1. Let's go ahead to race number 2, Keith, and start off your ticket.
Yeah.
Ooh, you have a single and an all button. How
Yeah,
exciting.
we're all over the map here today. Race 2, 3, 4, 6 to get you started. And Kendall, there's Robbie Bales again. Hot dance. Probably wants to see this track kind of stay just where it is. The sloppier going, I think she may not like. And I think to well it down on the front is going to be tough. 2 deep in the 3rd with the 6 and the 8 Luigi Spirit, a short price in there. 4th, take your pick. I think this is a really interesting race for the 3-year-olds going a mile and a 16th. Race 5, wrap it up with a single, Major Houlihan. I think a little bit of relief today for that runner for Hugh McMahon. $18 is that early pick 4 ticket.
There we go, Keith. Let's take a look at that first leg in this maiden 30,000, 3/4 of a mile on the dirt originally as intended for these 3-year-old mares and 3 to 5-year-old fillies and mares. Keith, you and I both go with the number 6 at Dula Dent on the outside for Jamie Ness. Jamie Rodriguez here today. Morning line 5 to 2.
Going to be a short price, no doubt. It looks to me, she was a little bit of a bad actor last time, a little fractious. It wasn't really tied on, but she looks to be the speed here. I think when the gates open, nobody's kind of shown the zip that she's shown. Didn't run bad 2 races back against Stick with the Colors. I think she gets to the front. 6, maybe pushing the limits. I think she might just get there today.
And there we go. Talking about the number 3 to the inside is going to be enkindled. As you mentioned, Robbie Bales, Andreas Chavez. First time trying this good track.
Off a year break last time, and I went back and watched this video. Had a little bit of trouble. There was a horse that was just kind of checking, have some issues in front of her. She got kind of stymied, like the 3/8 pole to the 5/16. finished willingly enough to give her a shot here, second off of that long break. So I think she's a factor from off the pace. Hot Dance going to take plenty of place. 7-5 morning line here with Michael Sanchez for Trombetta. Her try in the sloppy sealed track, not good. But we have a video 3 races back at 5.5. Stick with the colors. That was the same race on the 23rd with Duella Dent. And she gets the better of that one this particular day. This was a good effort. 2 wide at the quarter, works outward here and just kind of churns on through the stretch. Next 2 efforts, not so good. Return to the main track should pick her head up.
No, I agree. I agree with there. So you do have Mike Trombetta, who's 17% from turf back to dirt. It just kind of aligns with where this filly needs to be.
I want to let you talk about the 7. I forgot to put this one in. This is my bad, and I may throw this horse back in and get the changes. But what do you make of this claim? The horse was 49-1 in debut. They jump in, Super C Racing. Farrier put the claim, I guess, in down there. Now it's transferred to Jerry Robb. Beating a pole, a little bit of an excuse, and bumps up a touch.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So, first of all, bumping it up a touch is not something out of the realm of what Jerry Robb does. I mean, taking the field, I'm just kind of shuffling through this field a little bit. I'm not really seeing any runners so far in these first, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 placings come out of that effort. So we're going to take a look at this one as an individual, just really quick. This one, again, the Marvel, not a lot coming from the half siblings. I don't have a lot on the bottom breeding as well, but they must have just liked maybe they saw it in a sale and they were following the horse.
That could have been it, yeah.
That's my first, theory. They were following this horse, they especially dropping down for the 28 Keeneland, they said go. And so Farrier probably just claimed that one for Super C Racing to give to Jerry Robb. So then you go with Jerry Robb, who is 4 for 5, first after the claim in the money.
Okay.
So 2 of those are winners.
Yeah, he had that one the other day at Laurel, I think, bumped up off the claim. I think
he
that
does
was
that.
Open Company.
He bumps him up.
That was a good move. This was interesting. I'm glad you've got that one in the mix, and I may do a little change up here as well. And 8-horse Music on the Rocks. Forest Boyce kind of chose this one. It was also named on the one. That'll be interesting. That mare broke the maiden first time, going 3 miles.
Yes. Wow. Okay, let's go back. Let's go to an off-the-turf event here for race number 3. This is a 1/16 and a claiming 30,000, which have never won 3. Scratches in the 1, 3, and a 7. Keith, you have Luigi's Spirit on top for Rudy Sanchez. Solomon Angel Cruz. Talk about your key race that you're going off of.
Yeah, into a condition here. And any race you want to talk about of late. This horse was running against absolute killers. Well traveled. You see through that period, October all the way into the January, went down to the fairgrounds, ran right with horses that have run well, I think, in graded stakes. So Luigi Spirit freshened up, back in for the tag. I would say maybe an all or nothing. If he shows up, a B-plus effort's going to get it done.
Sure.
And there's not a lot of speed. I think, he doesn't have a lot of speed, but I think he can stay within range by the time they leave this far turn and then just go on with it from there.
Why not? Let's talk about the number 6, who you have on the inside. In Master of None, Sergio Padrenas, Georgie Hernandez. I was shuffling between where to place this horse. I was tempted to put this one in my exacta as well.
Yeah, this horse has handled the bump up, and going back turf, that wasn't a terrible try behind Vaccination and Crabs and Beer last time out. The 2-back try for the 3 in life for 30, very good. Positional speed against this group. It's just kind of that staying type. I like the way this one is held form for Pradenas.
Let's talk about the number 2. They have the inside Urban Myth, Kerry Bryan, Kevin Gomez.
Would this
They're
be
on
the
a
one?
tear.
Yes. Again, hasn't been seen since November. Out of the hurdles races, this barn, they can manage this. They can get it done. I think catches the right kind of field in return. Going to have to improve over prior tries if he's going to beat the likes of Luigi Spirit, in my opinion. But it could happen. Luigi Spirit, a question mark here, dropping in for the tag. That's my biggest concern.
Right, fair enough. As we go ahead to race number 4 in this claiming 40,000, a 1/16 on the dirt for the straight 3-year-olds. Keith, you have the number 1 in this just straight 3-year-olds. It also starts the Rainbow Pick 6. Scanning through my ticket really quick. I wanted to just do one single. I ended up on 2. Here's the thing about race number 6, Keith, and we'll get to this. You either go way wide, or you just have to settle on a
agreed.
horse. That's the only way to go about that race. I didn't want to give you guys a $30 ticket, so I decided to go the opposite direction. Just gave you 2 singles there in races 6 and 7 for a $14.40 ticket. Let's get back to race number 4. As I mentioned, a mile and 16, 3-year-olds claiming 25,000. I go 4 wide in this. Keith, you go with the rail horse in Rainy Skies for Kieran McGee, Carlos Lopez. Let's take a look at that effort last time out for the win.
Yeah, first off the claim for maiden 30 up to the 45. If you kind of watched that debut, we gave you a little bit of insight about the belated rally. A little issues out of the gate in debut, but none really whatsoever. Accelerated into contention, got into position easily. Looked like Irish Hero was going around the turn, but watch this move. Rainy Skies, aptly named for today, shifts out and really brings a solid run into when it just kind of kicks away late. Short comment, ridden out. There's something left in the tank. Irrigate on top side, 22% on a wet track, 21% with the dirt routers. The stretch out, I like the post position here. Rainy Skies will be forward a long way for Kieran.
No, absolutely, and should be able, with Irrigate being 23% on a wet dirt, should be able to handle that, no problem. Kieran McGee stretching them out, average 16% for him. I put Kieran on a high standard, so I don't accept anything less than 20% from Kieran. But this one looks to be the part. I fought so hard with this horse. This horse is all over on my picks. I just wanted to go for a little bit of price. I'm glad you had, like my 7, I'm glad you had this one.
You saw me in the pick. I took the all button in here.
Why not?
Very difficult to separate. I love that improvement last time out, and just look the type, body type and everything. Wanted this extra ground. He's going to get a chance today. He might even have to step it up just a little bit more to beat this group, but I think he can. Makes his Lucky Starfire the other one. Since gelded a few races back, this guy is just a changed horse right now. Both trips, not the most comfortable. He's been in between horses. He's been had them rated back, taken back, and he's made 2 moves in these races, and he just keeps on going. He's got a grinding style that I like. I don't think he's going to let up from the quarter pole home. Right around these Kieran horses. The 5, Formula Fair, I believe. I like to get this one in the mix. Holds some value at 8-1. Really just got discombobulated early last time out. But shows a race, a couple races back on the page, 3 back on this off track. Was good. Class of Courage, Malinois. He's up against the right kind. I do think this horse with Torrealba will be into the race early. Maybe gets that stalking trip outside of Rainy Skies if they decide to go from the rail.
1, 2, 5, 6 for Keith Fusel there in race number 4. As he hits the all button, I was very tempted to do as myself. Race number 5 starts the late pick 5 in this claiming 30,000 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 2, going 2 turns on the dirt. Scratches in the 1, 3, 4, 6, 11, and 12. Keith, you go with the number 7 Major Houlihan in the barn of Hugh McMahon. Victor Carrasco takes the call.
Yeah, another one bounced around early. She just got some early adversity going to turn back to 7/8 against a pretty good field. Berzina, we'll see her later today. Going back out, has a good race over this racetrack. I think this one back into the condition, it's going to work today on or just off the pace for Hugh McMahon and Victor Carrasco. We're going to be a short price now since this race has been transferred to the main track.
Absolutely. Another one that's probably going to be a short price is my forever friend, John Service. Abner Adorno shipping in for this first time against winners, but was on a sloppy track last time out.
Yeah, she was kind of over on the 3-4 wide, made a good sustained run into the stretch, had to alter course as the leader just kind of drifted, hence was put up for the victory. So she hasn't crossed the wire first, but I do like the improvement since August to March. She's a different filly right now. Lasix blinkers on that main track, making strides. I think she's a stayer against this group. Showed a lot of heart late. She had alter course and she kept trying. I don't think she was going to beat that horse, but was definitely interfered with.
How much do you like the number 8? That Tim Keefe horse, Irish Rage, Michael Sanchez, also like the Service horse, the last time winner on the mud.
I remember this race. It was a great ride. Forrest is right up the inside, and at no point drew away with authority against that group. It's a little tougher field here, but back, to a surface that she's proven on is going to help her chances.
Absolutely. 7-10, 8-5 for Keith Fusel there in race at number 5. And race number 6, we will be right back after this commercial break.
Hey, grab me one too.
welcome back to the start of the jackpot super high five, and of course that carryover 1,301. Let's go ahead and talk about the starter optional 30,000 3/4 of a mile on the dirt for the girls 3 and up. It also starts the late pick for Keith with the number 7 on top. Stop the Cap for Hammy Smith and Victor Carrasco.
Yeah, we're going to try for a little bit of value here. Stop the Cap. This 4-year-old filly, South Carolina bred's been a little bit different since the break. Blinkers going on, Lasix going on. I thought just lost all chance last time early. Fractious in the gate, slower internals against a pretty good group, and she just never got on track. I love the speed that's going to be in this race. There's plenty of it. Some of it comes out with the 4 Welker scratch, but I think you got horses like Targe, Matitude, Quick Enough, Lady Zeta, Mama G's, which she can stalk. She's versatile.
Right.
But I think the flow is going to be honest, contested, turning back in distance, over the top here to Price with Carrasco for Hammy Smith.
No, and I was fighting again. Another one I was fighting with on and off my ticket. I'm so glad you have this one on top, Keith. Let's talk about your Exacta in Brazina.
Okay. Yeah.
Jamie Ness, Jamie Rodriguez. Let's take a look at that effort last time out.
Well, she's just like honest. This is the one that looks like you can trust maybe the most in this race. Yeah, she's got the inside post, but she's good enough out of the gate to get position. And right here, 7/8 of a mile, confidently handled early. And when Rodriguez says go, she really responds. Up here, 3-4 wide upper stretch. Is going to win it. Cleared. Oh, goes off by 2. The turn back in distance. She just looks like that stamina has increased for her. She's still got that positional speed. She's going to need it here. I don't think she's going to have to be used terribly hard into the turn. Going to need Matitude to kind of break, and Haley B, they can kind of get position up behind those runners. But holding very good form here for Jamie Ness. Claimed, gets that A other than out of the way. What do? You're back in for 30.
Right.
Hey, if she wants to find a new home, that's the way you do it for the owners.
Absolutely. 7-1-2-9 at Keith Fustel in race number 6. Race number 7 is a maiden claiming 30,000 off the turf event now. 5 furlongs on the dirt for the girls, 3 to 5 scratches in the 2, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, those AEs right out of there. No, a couple of MTOs in here. Let's discuss the number 4, Cake Pop for Brittany and Sheldon Russell.
Yeah, there it is. Munnings on top side, Spites down, Union Rags at the bottom. I mean, Munnings, you got to love this. She's improving. She gets a break here. Some of these scratches are coming out. She looks to be on or near the lead. Very, very short price. I think it's graduation day for Cake Pop. She ran well. Hateful came back to run really big yesterday after disputing the pace. That surprised me a little bit. I didn't see Hateful dueling, but she got up there in that duel between horses and held very well. But Cake Pop, I think, gets it done today. She's going to be put in the race early. If somebody wants to go, I think she can prompt as well.
Exactly. Let's talk about your Exacta Legend of Light. 10 to 1 morning line for Susan Cooney with the blinkers on, with a Jean Brusino on as well.
I liked her last time. You see that comment, 3 deep half, 4 wide. She just lost focus, just backed right out of it. I thought she'd stay. It's not like the internals were that demanding.
Right.
Blinkers go on today, a little bit more focus. Brusino decides he's going to opt for this one instead of the horse just to the inside. I think she's got plenty of speed against this group to just kind of get into position and hang around.
Why not include Chalice for Liz Merriman? Georgie Ruiz gets the call coming off of the layoff. Liz Merriman, 3 for 10, first off the layoff as of lately.
That's the key there, just that stat. Trusting this trainer, this barn off of a break year in and year out. It's good. Quinteros, I know, has that one race going to go back on a sloppy seal track. Wasn't good at all, but an excuse born at the break. Regroup now, Lasix, blinkers. I think this horse is going to be, breaks well. Ruiz again. I think she's got speed, but I don't think she necessarily needs it. He does a good job of rating these horses and timing the run.
410, 1-5 for Keith Fusel in race number 7. Race number 8, a restricted allowance on the dirt as it's meant to, going 2 turns around here of Old Hilltop for the girls 3 and up. Scratch and big scratch in the 2 bossiness. Keith, you and I both had the number 6 on top. Golden Charm for Linda Albert. Yomar Ortiz just missed out last time out routing for the first time.
Really good trip last time. Good ride. Just couldn't get it done. Going now out to 2 turns. I think that's fine for her against this group. She's 4 for 4 in the money on an off track. Hasn't run quite that fast on the off track. I think she's just an improved filly right now for Linda Albert. So who does she track? I think it's going to be kind of maybe a lineup race with Cut From Class. Cut From Class was kind of on and off. Gets a major assist with bossiness coming out. Bossiness looked
Yes.
like she was going to be thrust from the gates for Jamie Ness, Michael Sanchez, but no, she's not running today. Cut from class. This race from Charlestown off a little bit of a break. 2-1, gallops home. And she outran some quick horses. I know Cousin Jones got our Queen Jellybean, I should say, that came back to whistle the other night. She's shown to carry the speed a little bit longer on the turf course. She catches the right field. If she's going to go all the way, it's against this group.
Why not? Also including the number 5 Brooklyn girl walking out of the stall from Milan Milosevic. Tori Alba at 5-2 for the morning line.
Absolutely. A good race over this track. Galloped here by 6 back in September. Looked well beaten at the 3/8 pole last time. Found more. She's an improving sort. Brooklyn girl definitely can stay the trip here with Tori Alba.
Let's talk about Midsummer. Actually, anything on Midsummer's Eve. I was
Yeah.
intrigued by this one.
Yeah, well, the LASIK's coming off. We'll see that. So that's an interesting move. I think she's, that grinding type. I think she can get the distance. She's going to have to pick it up a little bit more than last time. But maybe this change of medication is going to bring some improvement to her.
6-4-5-7 for Keith. You still there in race number 8 for our feature race of today. And let's get to the finale here in race number 9 in this claiming 20,000, which have never won 2, going 2 turns on the dirt. Seems to be the distance of the day thus far for the girls 3 and up. Keith, Ms. Maisel for Horacio De Paz, Kevin Gomez.
Well, we've got the stat. We'll go ahead and run it right now. We can end the show with this. No, 6 for 20 the last 30 days for Horacio De Paz. Get on the train, just keep on moving, get out of his way. 16 for 20 in the money, 365 ROI. There's some other horses that might decide to go, but Mrs. Mazel, I think last time, held fairly well after being hounded a long way.
Right.
A little freshening, gets put in a forward position. Nami might try to go ahead and send 2-minute lickage just to stay her near. 4-2-1-5 as we're going to wrap it up.
Let's go ahead
I know
and
you're a little
do that.
chilly.
Indeed. No,
Yeah.
we're good. Listen, once I'm out here and we're in a flow, I'm good. I mean,
All right.
so underneath you have you mentioned 2-minute licks, solving progress. Next girl, any big info dumps for us?
Well, I mean, Solving Progress ran her best race, if I'm not mistaken, over this racetrack.
Correct.
So that kind of bumps her up a little bit. I think I like to see her change styles. She was a little bit up towards the lead. I think let those other horses go. Sanchez, the right kind of rider to get her to relax and bring a finish here this afternoon.
And let's go ahead and talk about your value play of the day. It does begin in race number 6 on that number 7, 10-1. Stop the cap, Hammy Smith, Victor Carrasco.
Like I said all the time, when you least expect it, here comes Hammy
Yes.
in a race loaded with some speed. I need things to get kind of a little contentious up top. But Stop the Cap, no shot last time against that slower flow and acting up pre-race. She sits back. She's won sprinting before. I think she brings a good run. Definitely use her underneath. If you don't think she's going to win it, I would use her underneath Exactus, Tries, and Supers.
I agree, absolutely. Your best bet is in the next race, in race number 7, on the number 7 as well. 7 being the lucky number of the day for you, with Cake Pop at 5-2 for Russell Squared.
Gets a couple assists here, and the main track's going to help, and some moisture by Munnings. Very short price, unfortunately, down from that morning line. KK Pop on or near the lead.
Well, that's a best bet for a reason. And there we have it. We will see you. Well, we're not going to be seeing you for the rest of the week. We're not going to see you until after Preakness.
We'll see you Thursday. Maybe.
You'll be on Thursday, maybe?
If you need a little bit.
We'll have you. We'll
Friday and
definitely
Saturday
have you.
get a little busy up there.
Those are
in the
out.
Echo Base room, but
those days are out for you.
We'll
get
we'll
that.
be glad to kind of show up Thursday.
Then maybe I'm going to bring you on for Thursday with some of our Florida talent. Just
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
we'll have a whole group thing going on here.
The whole gang is going to be here. Brian's coming in on Sunday. So,
Okay.
but enjoy and
You just let me know.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Okay.
And congrats.
Congrats to Morgie.
Yeah, Morgie, she made it through 4 years at Loyola New Orleans. We got graduation tomorrow. Looking forward to that. I'm proud of her. She's done a phenomenal job. She's been through a lot. I mean, she was one of those COVID kids, that had to deal with that through high school transitioning. And she's going to graduate summa cum laude. So I do not know who the father is. So there you go.
And there we go. Off to Keith for Down South. Big congratulations to Morgie Porgy. And we will go off to Dave Rodman for some more changes and scratches.
Good luck.